We have with us this morning Johann, I beg your pardon, Muldoon from Manor Architects. John, thanks for joining us in studio this morning. Now, you have won the award for Best in Professional Services, Best Women. Can you begin by giving us a wee bit of background to your business?
Yes, Dennis, I can, and lovely to be here this morning again to talk about women in business and this award. Manor Architects are a multi-award winning architectural firm, Dennis. We cover all areas and aspects of architecture, and our projects would be from 15 million down to 50,000. It's really a spectrum. We like to think that we promote what we've called the idea of entrepreneurship, which is we try and pursue ideas within our business to reflect and secure growth for ourselves. So we also, there are two directors. There's myself and my excellent business partner, Aidan Bradley. And the business has been established for about 30 years now, but I joined in 2008 when I returned from Scotland.
What award was it that what was the name of the title of the award that you won?
It was Best in Professional Service. That we were awarded, that I was awarded, which is a great accolade.
Yes.
And something that we're very proud of, and it really gives you the impetus to keep pushing forward and to keep aiming at being the leader in your field.
Well, tell me about the awards themselves, for example. How do you hear about these awards, and why do you decide to enter?
It was through a client that suggested that we enter the Women in Business Awards, Dennis. Before that, it was something that we hadn't really looked into, or I personally hadn't looked into. I wasn't really so much aware of the Women in Business as a separate awards category. Any other awards or accolades that I'd been very fortunate to receive had all been to do with business as a whole, as opposed to specifically women, which is a very, very challenging area, and there's a lot of determined women folk out there.
And why not? As
exactly.
There should be. Now, for women in particular listening at the moment, what about the entry process? Is that straightforward?
Very straightforward, Dennis. In comparison to some other awards entries that you can complete, which are maybe 2,000 words, it's very, very straightforward. You can complete it within 45 minutes, to be quite honest, and very, very straightforward. One of the most straightforward, I think, that we've ever applied for.
So clearly your business stood out in some way for the judges, and what made it stand out, for example?
Probably on a number of levels. We like to think that Manor Architects are significantly different than our competitors, and not just because one of the directors is a woman in business, but the other thing is that sometimes with entrepreneurship people tend to think it's the Alan Sugars of the world that set up businesses when they're 16, but I've been fortunate, and it's taken a lot of hard work and unrelenting determination is how I would put it as well, in that to attain accolades when you're at university and to continue that trend is challenging, but we do like to think that we really give way above and beyond what's normally expected, and the key thing for us at Manor Architects is getting the results and getting people and giving people the best value for their money.
Well, what sort of impact or even benefits have there been for Manor Architects because you've won?
It's given, just to reinforce that, it's given clients the confidence that when they walk through our doors and they speak to myself or my business partner, Aidan, that they know they are getting the best professional service that we can provide in that sector, that we are the leaders in our field, and that they have that confidence to know that whatever their project is, if it is 15 million or if it is 50,000, that they are getting the best value and the best service that they can get in Northern Ireland.
So in a nutshell then, I suppose, how worthwhile has the whole thing been for you, for Manor Architects?
Extremely worthwhile on a number of levels, Dennis. Personally, professionally and in business, awards don't necessarily reflect on the bottom line immediately, but what they do is, and something that Aidan and myself have been very conscious about, particularly through the economic recession, has been to put in the foundation stones so that when things start to recover, that we're in the best placed position. What the awards have done is that they have given us that confidence that we're doing something that's right, that's setting us apart from our competitors or other architectural firms, and on a personal level, it just makes you strive that bit more, and it gives you the I suppose the impetus to push everything forward and keep doing what you're doing, and that what you've been doing has been recognised.
Yes, yeah.
And that's the key about it.
Listen, just before we finish up, you were in with us, as I said, a couple of months back.
Yes.
Things progressing with plans
with
at Dunluce
Dunluce.
Castle?
Yes, indeed. Yes, we've been very busy in the past number of months, and thankfully the past number of years. But at Dunluce, yes, we are moving forward now with the full planning application. So we're looking forward to that. Very exciting times for us all.
Yeah, and you haven't forgotten your little promise you'd come in and talk to us when you've something more to tell us about.
Anytime at all, Dennis.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Johann, thank you very much indeed for coming in. That's Johann Muldoon there from Manor Architects.